Hey guys, TeamStrongHold here. So anyway, I was just, a little bored, so I'm probably I'm gonna do a vid here on my Gadget side deck. It is kind of random. It's not complete, definitely. There's some stuff that needs to come out of here. But for now, here it is. First off, kicking things off, the best anti-meta in the game at the moment, 3-dimensional fissure. If you can side this, your White Sworn matchup gets a lot better game 2. The triple MST plus Storm hurts, but MSTs this format are really easy to bait out. So set that Smashing Ground, that Pot of Duality, let them space it, and then set up shop with your Dimensional Fissure. Then, in case I need additional control, I almost never do, but hey, you never know. 2 Fissure. Basically, Smashing Ground tends to keep them with just one monster on board at all times. So that's what the 2 Fissure are for. Then for the Frognark matchup, I've got 2 Power Filter. If you guys remember this is my favorite tech card of all time. Not sure why I'm playing it in this, because I side Dimensional Fissure, and Frognark's got, butt raped, but okay. Yeah, those are probably coming out. Next up, we have 2 Battle Fader. This is my favorite side card here. It's going to be great against the Lightsworn matchup now. Because you just drop on their attack, keeps them from OTKing you. And then next turn, you can do your bullshit. You can go Dark Hole, Smashing Ground, whatever it takes to get their JDs, BLSs, whatever the hell they've got on board out of there. And then for the Samurai and Hero matchups, even though I'm not sure if... I'll have to see, but for now, these guys are just unnecessary. 2 Kinetic Soldiers. And you never know when you're going to run into one of those random beatdown warrior type decks. And then this is probably coming out too. 2 Chaos Trapple. I was testing it a bit and I really don't like it. Yeah, it's a counter trap. Yeah, it does remove it so that they can't just beckon it. So if you're playing Lightsworn, they can't just beckoning light it back to their hand. But when I have Dimensional Fissure set up, 99% of the time, they don't even get far enough to dropping the JD. If I can get my decent setup, they lose pretty much by default. And I don't like the dead draw late game, because when you're playing Gadgets, you take a lot of damage. Because I leave Reapers in attack mode with no protection all the time. I crash DD Warrior Ladies into stuff. My life points run out quick. I really can't afford to be paying. So I think those are coming out. Then, rounding out my side deck, my last 2 cards here. I've got 1 Cyber Dragon, because I already have 2 more in the main. So just in case I run into something like GBs, where I need the next Cyber Dragon. Although my GB matchup is golden, because I literally run every hate card possible for GBs. And then, last but not least, 1 Chain Disappearance. Samurai, anything. Chain Disappearance sides against everything. It's very helpful. Yeah, so that's my side. Since this isn't a very long video right now, I'm going to go a bit into the theory behind the Gadget beatdown Reaper stun type deck. Okay, so basically, this is a format. Yes, we're all aware it's a format. Okay, so this is a format where setup is key. For JD, they need to get the 4 Lightsworns in their grave as fast as possible. And since they don't have Pot of Avarice this format, they lost a little bit of their draw power. But, they've still got draw whoring up the wazoo. So basically, the key to this deck is you destroy the setup. Here's an example. Okay, so this is going to be my example hand here. I'm not sure if you can see the cards. So, let's say they go Tour Guide. I don't run Valor in this, so they go Tour Guide. Tour Guide, I don't know, maybe, yeah, they go Tour Guide Sanguine, Leviair, Search for Valor, end turn. So they've got their 2500 Leviair, and I'm just here chilling with my hand. So I open up, I've got my Gores, DD Warrior Lady, Book of Moon, and Heavy Storm. It's a pretty decent hand. So I draw, and I top deck Smashing Ground. This makes this a hand that takes their +1 opener that they do with the, they got their +1 opening with the Tour Guide. So they opened up +1, which means I am now -1. So, or I'm 1 off. They've got a 1 card advantage. So first thing I do is smash their crap. So their Leviair dies, gets the hell out of there, and so it's dead. So now I have my hand here. So normally I'll have an MST instead of the Storm, but for this experiment, let's say they set 2, and I go Heavy Storm, wipe their back row clear, summon Spirit Reaper, and attempt their direct attack. They'll probably Valor, because that's what usually happens. Rather than lose a random card from their hand, they'll rather Valor. And then I've got 3 cards in hand. They'll have, I think they'll have like 2, no. They'll have 3 cards in hand, but they won't have anything on board. So now I set 1 back row, and end my turn. And then no matter what play they do, as long as they don't kill my Reaper, like let's say they try and, I don't know, most of the time they just attack into it, or they set something. So let's say they do that past their turn, because they set all their back row and I storm them. Then I go into my Warrior Lady, and at this point I attack, remove their defense position monster if I have to, and then direct attack with Reaper, and their setup is gone. They have maybe 2-3 cards in hand. They have a couple of weak monsters. They don't have any good plays because their Tour Guide play was all their plays. They don't have any back row because I've gotten rid of those. Basically, they're sitting there staring at their hand, wondering what the hell they're going to do about this Reaper they can't kill, and the fact that I seem to have every freaking removal card known to man. And that is the point of this deck, to fuck up the setup. That is the deck strategy. And when I open up a Reaper, a Space, Gadget, Bottomless, and Cyber, and a Duality. Duality fetches me, hopefully, some control. No control. So the Cyber's my control. Basically, you might get the point. As long as I open up a Reaper or some kind of +1, I'm good. The goal of the deck is to +1. Not usually by beating your opponent's crap down, though. And then it does get bad hands, of course, like this 2 Gadget BS. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Do one more on my extra deck sometime, but not right now. Peace.